Hey now, Donna. I've decided today to try to put out a video of a personal message for you because I believe I owe you a bit of an explanation or at least some sort of accounting for why I have been absent for the last 35 something days. This is Fueta Lake, lakeside in Pokhara, Nepal. I have been in the Kingdom of Nepal for about 32 days now. It's funny. I've been thinking about doing a video for you for at least, since I've been here. I've actually done a couple others for other friends of mine, kind of explaining my hasty departure from the USA. And every time they just end up being a real kind of a disaster. I fall apart and start rambling about stuff. And I should have a set of notes, like 5 talking points of points I wanted to make about what I'm doing, what I did, and why I did, and what I'm doing. First, let me give you a little tour of what's going on here. That big white mass there in the distance is Annapurna, a goddess in the Hindu icons of gods and goddesses, a real goddess, and also a mountain. Next to it is Machu Picchu, not a god, just a mountain. In the far distance, you'll find Dhaulagiri. On the far side of that canyon, if you can see that, I can't tell how this camera is going to look out in this distance. You can Google or look these mountains up. I believe Dhaulagiri is the 3rd tallest mountain on Earth. Annapurna is number 8, at least in the top 10. Could be wrong about that also, but I think I'm right. For the longest time, people used to, back before they figured out Everest was the tallest, they always thought Dhaulagiri was the tallest. It stands alone. It's not connected to other mountains. Like these mountains here form a huge big circle of a chain. And actually you can hike up between those two and go to a place called the Annapurna Base Camp or the Annapurna Sanctuary. Me and Rob did that in '93, back when it was hard to do. And this is the beautiful lake of here in Pokhara. Some have described it as the Lake Geneva of the Himalayas. It's a beautiful little town, 2nd largest town in Nepal, and my favorite place to be. I've taken a room in the hotel that I've stayed in the past that I've been here. I have now, like I say, I've been here, I think today's day 32 since I left. It took me 28 something hours time to fly from Los Angeles to China. I landed in China for the first time ever, and I was a bit nervous about that. It ended up being okay, but it was very strange to fly into China and be part of their system for the hour and a half that I was. We got checked at least 3 times, and I think stuff was stolen out of my bag when I was in China also. I'm missing stuff out of my bag, and it either happened in LA or it happened in China. So, but it wasn't serious, but I lost a couple things that I wish I hadn't lost. So back to Pokhara. So I spent a week in Kathmandu just trying to kick over the jet lag. I am 12 time zones away from California, which is just about either that or the central time zone. One of the time zones is exactly 12 hours. I think maybe California West Coast is 11 hours, which would make your time zone, the Eastern time zone, depends on which way you go. If you look to the east across the Atlantic and look that way, I think I'm 10 time zones away, or if you look the other way, I'm 14 time zones away. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter because